Hello, everybody. Welcome to this week's episode of Late Night Craft Talk. Let's get that countdown timer started. Now we are whopping 9 minutes and 56 seconds from the start of tonight's show.
Everyone, we're so excited to be live, L-I-V-E, live tonight.
Live. I better get ready and post tonight's show on my Facebook. I hope you're doing the same.
Oh, yeah.
You're doing the same too?
Right. Yeah. I'm not sorting my mail right now.
You're not sorting your mail?
I'm not sorting my junk mail right now.
No,
not at all. I'm totally focused on the show.
Totally focused. I'm looking at one screen and another, and it's about a 8-second delay tonight.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, interesting.
Okay, so I'm working on my
Okay,
sharing.
more options. Share.
Okay, guys, please share with your friends because this is a great way to learn about new stuff, help promote a local business.
Yes, and tonight we're promoting, because I can, I type stuff and I look at it and went, when did I tap dance on the keyboard blindly with the blindfold? I do not get at typing. Tonight's show, folks, is about weddings. Weddings. July is one of the most popular months of the year to hold weddings.
June and July.
Huh?
June and July.
June and July. So we figured, let's do this. Let's talk about da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da. That was kind of my verbal drum roll. Weddings. I gotta finish typing.
My friend that just got married.
Did she?
Yes, my friend just got married, and I was at her wedding. I was a part of her wedding. It was a lot of fun. Let's see.
Cool. It was like a week ago, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. Yep.
All right, I just shared it. All right, we got a few people watching. Hello, Maya. Hello from
Yay, Maya is watching. She's in the house.
We got a few people jumping on all tonight. I'm looking at the counter going up.
No, it's exciting.
Exciting.
It's
so all right.
Exciting. Oh my gosh.
I went when I was over at Carol Ann's on. Hello from Fallbrook. Happy Friday. Yes. We got the president and the vice president of the Friday Ninja Monster Hunter Squad for Late Night Craft Talk.
Yes, that's awesome.
Oh, Late Night Craft Talk, Svea, you got to talk.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying.
Quit doing. You're doing that in sign language.
I'm trying. I'm working on computer stuff here. I'm trying to get all this stuff together.
Are you sorting your not sorting your mail now?
No, I'm not sorting my mail right now.
That's okay, because I'm sitting here drawing pictures and playing tic-tac-toe. Not really. I'm focused.
Okay. Whoops. Sorry.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to get all of the videos and the pictures.
Okay, got it.
So I can show stuff so people.
I was about to say, grab your camera and point it down so I can see if I know that you're like reading a book. Are you reading like Pride and Prejudice? We should do a show on Pride and Prejudice.
Oh, that would be fun.
Well, here's the thing. We do a book club. And we get like 3 to 5 guys to talk about Pride and Prejudice, and then 3 to 4 girls, women, 3 to 5 to talk about Pride and Prejudice, and we compare notes of how the two interpret it. That's actually really funny, because I would be amongst the ones going, "What did I just read?"
Yeah.
Yeah, but Wendy Hodge, one of our viewers, likes to talk about Pride, Prejudice, and Zombies, which appears a legit book.
That is a good book.
It's
a good movie. I've seen the movie.
There's a movie?
Yeah.
Must watch. Is it Amazon Prime or what is
it? I don't know what it's on, actually.
I must talk to the great Wendy and find out. Oh, boy. We had some adventures the last week, didn't we?
Yes.
You went surfing? Was it?
I went to my friend's wedding.
That's right. That's right. I when I was Imperial Beach Powwow, one of the kids I work with in Scouts, heck of a cool kid named Jonathan Ramont. He had his wedding on that Sunday afternoon. The mom's like, "Can you at least watch on Facebook? We'll have it on Facebook Live." And I'm like, "I'm going to be packing my booth." And I'm like, "It's just like the wrong time." So I'm going to share a cool story. John's not going to see this, but I'm going to share a cool story about the wedding gift I plan to give them, and the whole opening act to how I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
All right, 4 minutes and 34 seconds, everybody.
Cool. I'm like trying to.
Like Maya shared. Caroline, did you do that too?
I'm downloading pictures as we speak.
As we speak, because apparently you can't walk too bubblegum.
Nope.
All right, folks. Let us know who you are. I see there's several people watching. Let me know who you are, where you're from. Let's know who's on there. We can say hi to everybody as much as we can by name. And maybe even, we got a thumbs up. Maybe even the president and vice president of the Friday Ninja Monster Hunter Squad of Late Night Craft Talk will bring you blessings from the world headquarters, Ivory Tower.
Yes.
All right, there we go. Oh, Kelly Jo Miller's on. Howdy, Kelly Jo Miller.
Yay.
Who is the vice president of Friday Ninja Monster Hunter Squad? The vice president
she's not the vice president.
One of the vice presidents.
No, she's like the acting deputy.
Deputy of what?
Of the Friday Ninja Monster Hunter Sushi Squad.
Oh, she's got a special role. She's been a guest host on this show. What, twice, Kelly Jo? Twice or 3 times? I think 3 times.
Yes.
She's a fun co-host.
Yes.
Yes. All right. We got to get her on there. She says lol. Who else we got watching, folks?
I know everyone. Hey, tell us who's watching so we can watch. We can chat you up.
Kelly Jo says too. Kelly Jo, just like SNL, we got to see what happens when you hit the 5 Timers Club, just like on some of those hosts on Saturday Night Live.
She's an honorary deputy of the Ninja Hunter Monster Squad sushi makers.
I think Wendy Hodge is the
no. Wendy Hodge is the secretary.
Chief Secretary of Marine Development, Marine Corps, USMC stuff.
No, she's the secretary of the club.
I know Wendy. She is not a secretary material. She's more like your Iron Giant.
She's like the Iron Giant.
Oh, Mom is watching. Play nice, you two. We are playing nice.
Oh, wait.
And then
James and I are being nice. What?
We aren't being nice?
I thought we always are nice.
We're the nicest people ever.
I know, right?
Yes. I say convincingly. Kelly Jo says, until I forget, I'm on the show and not watching it, lol. Yeah, it's a little more interactive. We're actually talking live on the internet.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. All right. My neighbors are shooting off fireworks. Oh, yeah. Luckily, the dog's not barking yet. Okay, we got a few more watching. Folks, who else let us know who else is here besides Caroline, Kelly Jo, Maya, and apparently Chris Tracy under the guise of Dancing Bear.
Yay! Mom.
Hoorah. We're only about 1 minute and 10 seconds from countdown.
Let's see here. I am ordering these photos so that I can share photos that are fun.
You're ordering them?
I'm putting them in order.
Got it. Oh, we got some fun adventures, folks. I took a little adventure out to the Sierras last weekend. Gonna do some fun stuff to show there. Plus, we get ready for a show. And don't forget the countdown to Barona Powell. You will see Dancing Bear, Indian Trader, and El Crack Traders at the side by.
I know.
We are side by side again.
It's just, I know. We actually specifically requested that.
And they gave it to us again. It happens over and over.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, grateful to watch y'all tonight. Thank you, Maya.
They know we have a lot of fun with that.
We do? Yes, we do. Folks, you can go that way. I'll just talk about it after the show starts. And we got a countdown starting in 12 seconds.
Oh, my goodness. What?
Barona Powwow is Labor Day weekend, September. We'll get some exact dates for you. All right, Svea, you ready? Here we go. Get ready. And 10.
9.
8,
7,
6,
5,
4,
3,
2,
1.
countdown.
Woohoo!
It's time for Late Night Craft Talk with hosts Svea Kamori Yang and James Hermes. On this week's show, weddings, best practices, traditions, and fun stories. I just saw 2 nuclear technicians getting married. The bride was radiant, and the groom was glowing. It's time to start the show. Funny. Wait. I want to try to convince the opening music with the wedding vow. Let's go. Okay, fail.
Well, there's several different types of music that you could actually pick. Like you could pick Paco Bells, Canon and D.
Did you say Taco Bell? Did you say Taco Bells?
Paco Bells.
Taco Bell.
Is
this the which version of Taco Bell?
There's two parts of the Paco Bell canon in D. Okay. And there's the part where it's slow, and then there's the joyous part.
Okay.
And I use canon in D Paco Bells in my wedding as the music I walk down the aisle.
Is a Paco Bell a real thing? Like a real instrument?
It's the name of, I'm not sure if it's the name of the composer, or I think it's the name of the composer. I don't know.
If his name is Paco Bell, he's already my hero.
Because it rhymes with Taco Bell.
Well, I'm not. I actually don't like. I am. If there's a camp between Taco Bell and Del Taco, it's Del Taco for me every single time. I've never been a biggest fan of Taco Bell.
You know what? I grew up with Taco Bell because Taco Bell was the place that was open late here that we went to in high school. Okay.
Yeah.
Del Taco wasn't really around, and so we always did Taco Bell.
Well, Del Taco's more of a West Coast thing anyways, and you were way out back east in Arizona, Phoenix.
Yeah. So
anyway.
Yay.
Gotcha.
So
the thing.
For those of you who have never watched our show before, we do the show every week. It is mostly, recently it's been more recorded and aired live, but we generally love to do a live show. And this week we're actually doing a fully live show. So I'm itching my nose because it's itchy. So we would love for you to join us every week on Thursday. I can't even think what it is. Fridays, 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Like and subscribe to our channels. We're on Facebook. We're on YouTube. We're on Twitch. We have a lot of interesting stuff we like to share in the show. So we always have something interesting. So
absolutely. We got the banner on there. Cool.
Yes, I put it on. Can you imagine? I remembered.
He's quick. He's quicker than Duck Duty, through a tin horn. Yeah. All right. Okay.
Yes. So, hey, James, what's been going on at LCRAC?
Okay. Took a little weekend off last weekend. Sometimes you go for a little adventure. But we're full board getting ready for Wrightwood Mountaineer Days next weekend in Wrightwood, California. We'll be there. Admittedly, it's not our biggest show. It's something we just it's a fun thing to do. But we will be there full bore, and along with actually a couple of POW vendors that have started going there. It's just a nice weekend to get out of this heat, especially right now because it's starting to crank up to like 112 degrees every day where I live. But it's a nice day to get out of the heat, enjoy the mountains, talk to cool people. But we'll be there Saturday and Sunday of next weekend. Other than that, little adventure last weekend. Should I talk about that after we do Dancing Bear segment?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that. Okay. All right. What's going on with Dancing Bear Indian Trader?
Well, we are gearing up for the fall. We're getting ourselves ready. We have all of our beads. We pretty much have been processing beads like crazy, getting everything ready for the fall so we can maybe be a little ahead of things. I mean, we're only about 2 months away from crazy starts of lots of powwows. We have powwows every single weekend. We have Verona, starting with Labor Day weekend. We have Verona. I'm not sure if we got into Siquan or not. My mom was going to talk to them about that. Siquan. The next weekend, San Manuel. The next weekend is Bishop. The next weekend is San Ynez. It's a whole bunch of powwows in a row for us. So we are quite busy in getting ready for that. And then on top of that, we have the Bead Shop Hop. 2 weekends out of that. So that's going to be very interesting. We have to prepare ourselves for that as well. We have usually about 600 people come to our store over a course of 6 days.
That's quite a
So
bit.
it's a lot of people. We have different promotions going on in the store. We have make and takes. The theme of the hop this year is Wonders of the World. So all of the different stores picked their different themes, and they'll all be themed differently and decorated differently. So it's a fun event. We've been doing it for over 10 years. So it's definitely been a very, very interesting event to do.
Gotcha.
So, hey, James, what's been going on with I already just asked you.
You already did that, but we have a couple questions from the audience comments. Pant, did I miss anything yet? Wendy Hodge, yes, Wendy, you did. Jeff Bezos has already come out and said every viewer of Late Night Craft Talk tuned in at 9:50 to 10 o'clock gets a free ride on Blue Origins to suborbital space.
Yes, and if you didn't get the email, then you missed out. I'm sorry.
Sorry, Wendy.
Yeah, we got the emails and we sent them out, and if you didn't get the email, you didn't win. I'm sorry.
Well, as announced, we get there. We've already given out the discount code to it on their website.
Yeah, it was like a 99%. It was 99% off. It was the Amazon deal, 99% off.
Well, it's a free ride too. So even a 99% off, that would still be like $10,000, $20,000.
I feel about Amazon. But anyway.
Yeah, well, it's the first name he came in, he owns Blue Origin. All right. Well,
Carol Ann, yes, we're going to do the bead retreat this year. We are just going to announce the dates. We just haven't gotten around to that yet.
Gotcha. And Maya, to answer your question about favorite songs for weddings, we'll wait till we get to that section of the show to get onto that. All right. Little adventure last weekend for me in the Sierras. Okay.
Okay. Tell us about your adventure in the Sierras.
All right. The Boy Scout Venture Crew I help run, kids 14 to 21 years old. We were supposed to go and circumnavigate Lake Tahoe the last week of June. And that couldn't happen because we planned it back in December. All the campsites were full, so we moved to the Sacramento River. That wasn't conducive. We tried to go to the Russian River, Northern California. Water level's too low. Then we went to Lake Howe. We were supposed to go to Lake Powell for 5-6 days. Let's just say that didn't work out well, because especially when your assistant adult leader has gotten a heat exhaustion and cannot tolerate the heat too well. Kind of like what happened. So we decided, all right, we got to go to the mountains someplace cooler. We're going to have to go to Kern River, which is in the Southern Sierras, north of Tehachapi. It is just up in the canyon a bit from Lake Isabella. And that's my first time on that river. I like that river. I got a one of my new happy places. So what we did is we did some mountain climbing on a great, beautiful slab of granite. We did some river rafting. We did a little whitewater kayaking. I brought my pack raft and whatnot. And to show a little bit of adventure, so Friday afternoon, so a week ago today, we rafted a class 2 and 3 section of the Kern River, what's called the Lower Kern. And I put a 4-minute video up on Facebook. It's going like hotcakes. But I've got a little highlight reel about 1.5 minutes. And folks, this is what rafting on the Kern looked like. I'm wearing my GoPro, this one right here, my whitewater helmet, and it's pretty fun. So let's go ahead and get that up right quick. Share video file, and here we go.
This is good.
That's for it.
All right, guys, back on the side, back on the side.
There we go.
We moved!
That's how you get a square peg to a round hole.
Brute force. And bouncing. We got a good angle.
4, 3.
Jump the rock. All right, we're good.
4, 3. Race. 1, 2, straight. Woo!
Oh, it's fun.
Scary part about
Perfect.
that is like that's
That's high
you just
side.
don't know. You just don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, I do.
That's gonna rock.
Okay, we're off.
All right.
Forward, forward, go forward.
Hey, all forward. 1.
Yeah, well, good takeout.
If you've never been on whitewater before, it looks like a chaotic ride. Honestly, that water level it was at, it was like we were in a giant pinball machine. We got hung up on rocks quite a bit. But as far as being unsafe, I'm taking other people's kids out here. I wouldn't be taking them out if I didn't think it was safe. That said, it was a pretty fun ride. It was like boing, 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 boing off the rocks.
You know, my kind of whitewater rafting is literally going on Grizzly Rapids at California Adventure, and it's like a big round raft, and everyone has seatbelts, and it spins, and then it goes down and splashes water. That's literally my level of
honestly, the level the Kern was at, which was 450 or 480 CFS cubic feet per second, it's not much different than that, really.
Carol is. She's like right with you. High five.
Gotcha. Mind you, there was a church group with kids that were 10 and 12 years old in some of the rafts, and they're coming right through the church group from Bakersfield in LA. So you're out there, but the safety factor is pretty high. Like I said, I wouldn't take kids, but it was pretty cool. But this might look a little sketchy.
No, I agree. It did not look that nuts. It did not look scary compared to some of the videos that I've seen of yours, but I still would be very nervous about that.
Should I show the tubing?
Oh, the tubing's fun.
Let's show the tubing. Okay, folks, this is a rapid above Kernville that's called Powerhouse Rapid, and it's a class 3 with a slide, kind of a drop, but it's a slide on all these rocks. And on this tube, I had to lift my butt out of the seat a little bit. It's just like a float tube, PVC material donut. And I had to lift my butt up a few times so my tailbone would get hit by all these rocks. And it's pretty interesting. Let's show that. So Kernville, there's tubing the Kern.
That's kind of scary, actually. That's a little bit too rough. That's a little too much. For tubing, that's a little too much.
Look at these kids are about to come by. This is they're 14, 17, and 18 years old. That was Todd. There they are.
Huh? That was good.
Who would you like, Aaron?
Oh, these kids love that thing.
Yeah, definitely, like I've done my fair share of going on the Salt River and they call it the floating picnic, and I've done the Salt River rafting where you go on the water all day and you sit on the tube and you get those little rapids, but they're not crazy like those ones where like maybe up about 100% more than I normally go through. Kind of scary.
Sometimes you got to expand your horizons. All right, let's see what comments we have. Was the water cold? For a desert rat like me, yes, but generally for the most general public, it's a bit cool, but that's fine. We had people from Bakersfield coming up and chopping in some of the pools where some of the other rapids, the water gets backed up, forms like a large pond or a small lake. and there were people coming up from Bakersfield, even LA, coming up there to swim in it. We brought out our pack rafts and stand-up paddle boards, and the kids were having fun in it. I was jumping in, and I found it frigid, but I'm a desert rat. Tuck the butt. Yes, Kelly Joe. And how did it feel to have no paddle control? I know water, I know currents. I had my hands and I just kind of flopped them, just kind of swept the water here and there, and I was able to angle the tube where largely I wanted to go and spin it where I wanted to. But again, I got a little skill at this, but not the craziest thing. You want to see something crazy? Yeah.
Yeah, show us something crazy. I'm like, wait,
All right.
are you waiting? Ask you waiting
If you
for
want
me?
to see something, all that was, it's relatively safe. These tube companies wouldn't be putting people out there. You're wearing the proper safety gear. You're pretty much fine. If you want to do something a little crazy, this is called bow riding, what's called a cataract boat, a wood boat for whitewater. And let me get the right one up here. Share video. This is called bow riding. And this is me a few years ago. And it's in the Grand Canyon. You'll see my feet sticking out. That is much bigger water and high wave.
Yeah, baby! Woo!
Yeah. That's kind of the big doo-doo right
I was going to put my right hand up like I'm riding the Bronx.
One hand only.
Oh, we're going both.
there. Anyway, so that gets a little bit more
That's
interesting.
right.
And apparently it's still playing. Stop that. Okay. Did we freeze? Nope, we're good.
No.
So that's a little bit of the adventure. We got some pictures of us climbing. Yeah, I'll show those. We got time toward the end of the show. All right. Oh, heck no.
Caroline's, oh, heck no.
All right. So
I
we're
would
doing
not
that.
be doing
Yes.
that.
Well, I'm going to be definitely making some more trips to the Kern on weekdays. All right. So that was last weekend's adventure to show some of it. That was pretty fun. Folks, I encourage you, if you want to go over and try it, expand your horizons. The outfitter we use is called Sierra South. It's right there in Kernville by the bridge that goes over from one half of the town to the other. Check them out. Very good outfitter, very quality, and like to rent the tube and do a 2-mile run of the tubing of the Kern. $46 includes the shuttle. You just park your vehicle right in front of their shop, and they load you in the van, take you down, run you by the powerhouse ramp, and you come down. You get out at the bridge, and you walk a couple minutes back to the shop. And like I said, it's only $46 with the rental, PFD, and whitewater helmet. PFD is a life jacket. So totally recommend it, folks. Shout out to Sierra South.
Yeah.
All right. We got something to do?
So, can I talk about the wedding that I was at last
I was about
weekend?
to say, I mean, I did my adventure. Let's hear about the wedding.
So everyone's dying to know about how amazing it was that my friend got married last weekend. I've known Lori since, you know what? I forgot there's some pictures I need to include. She's going to get mad, but it's okay. It's my photo.
Can I approximate Lori's being mad and act like her?
Yes, you can be Lori. Okay.
I'll do that. I'll do that.
I have, okay.
What are you about to
I
do?
viewed like almost everything and I like totally spaced out on this. Like, okay.
What picture you're going to show of me in my wedding?
Yeah, I know, right?
You
She's
better
like,
not show Agnes when she fell over the cake with a bottle of tequila.
please don't show anyone that picture, please. I'd be like, no, I'm going to show everyone this picture because this is like, it's a memory.
Is it Matilda when she's trying to cha-cha?
Okay, wait, so, oh my gosh. I like, okay. Talk about something else for a second.
All right, well, Svea, folks, while we're waiting for Svea's photos to come up here right now, she's probably picking through something that's going to be really awesome, and she's got to pick which one. Let's go ahead and get some questions right here. Paddle control, was the water cold? Caroline, oh, heck no. Give her a try, Caroline. And also, let us know if you have any really short stories or a fun little thing at a wedding let us know in the comments. We'll share it. And while we're doing that, let's see, we got any more shout outs to do from anybody here? Not quite yet. All right, we're definitely going to have to remember to answer Maya's question about wedding music on that. And while we're going, should I show the slide?
What?
The slide?
Yes. Show the slide.
Okay. Folks, on to tonight's subject for tonight's show. After we share some of the fun stuff we have, tonight is about weddings. Fun stuff to do, fun stories, bad stories, fun bad stories, best practices and wedding traditions and some customs. So that's what we have. And sure, we got a cool picture from Svea.
Yes. Okay. So I want to show you some pictures because so I've known my friend since I was 12 years old. So I actually have a picture that I'm going to show you guys from when I was actually, I think I was maybe like 14. We were maybe just a little bit older. It was like
Freshman Svea.
so okay. So I'm gonna download these pictures because like I totally spaced out. I don't know why I didn't think about showing you guys these pictures, but they're so cute. They're fun. Let's see here. They're saving this one. Let's see, this is gonna call this one. Let's see. I'm saving the pictures in order that I need to show them.
While you're doing that, do you want to go indoor skydiving?
Skydiving?
Indoor skydiving.
Oh, sure. You want to talk about that?
No, I want to say, do you want to do it?
No! Never!
It's a big fan. You wear baggy clothes and it lifts you up in the air.
Never.
Okay.
I would have like a severe, like I would have like major heart problems from that because I would.
You just have to be convinced you're safe. You are. I'm going indoor skydiving in a couple of weeks.
Okay, you go for that. I want to know all about it.
Well, Kelly Jo Miller says in Paris, yes, Kelly Jo. Carol Ann Blackwood says I would do it. You know what? We'll be in contact.
Carol Ann says she would do that.
Carol Ann Blackwood says she'd do it. If Carol Ann's doing Kelly Jo, peer pressure on Svea.
No, I would never do that. I'm sorry, guys. I would just
Tandem
have.
skydiving. Oh, Lutch. Carol Ann says, let's share this. Carol Ann says, I loved past tense tandem skydiving. Carol Ann implies, does that mean you have gone skydiving before?
Yes. Yes, she has. She told me she's done it before.
Oh, I know you were awesome. Now you're really awesome.
Okay, so guys, I have it queued up. You guys ready?
Yes.
My friend's gonna get so mad. Okay, so there is me and my friend Lori. That's when I think I was like 14 or 15. And like I had the big old bangs, you know, like I comb my hair bangs to the side. And when like cutoff jeans were super duper popular, right? Okay.
Super popular today.
Okay, now I'm going to go to the next one. Okay. So this is at my wedding. My friend Lori, she was one of my bridesmaids. And I thought she looked so good this day. Of course, my wedding had purple in it. Hello.
But you're not wearing purple.
I have 50 purple roses that my sister ended up holding the entire ceremony. Whoops. And I was wearing purple eyeshadow and I had kind of purpley hair. That was like the best I could do with purple back in like the dark ages when we got married.
I know everybody right now is having the same reaction as I am. Carol Ann says, oh, look at young Svea.
I know. That was when I was so young. Now I'm so old. What did I do? How did I do that? That's weird.
Okay.
Hold on a second.
That's a blast from the past. By the way, Curtis Youngberg, if you're watching, we need to get you back on the show, dude. All right.
Okay, wait. Let me, because I thought I was sharing videos from photos. That's weird. Actually, maybe I'll try this. And then I'm gonna right click and I'm gonna share.
You were texting me.
Let's see here.
Folks, leave comments on the show where you're streaming, not on my phone.
Okay, I have an idea. Let me do something a little different. I need to right click and make a folder and then drop all of them items in there so that,
Gotcha.
yeah.
While you're sharing that, let me go ahead and share some Native American wedding traditions.
Actually, I have it up. Hold on.
Okay.
Now it's not going to have that issue. Okay. Just a second. Share screen, share window, share this one, share. Okay. So here's my kid picture. Here's my wedding picture. This is us at her bridal luncheon tea. And so we had a tea at a tea room. That was really fun. And Mochi is being a little jerk right now. He's like, take me out. I'm like, dude, I'm busy. You're just gonna have to wait. Hold it. Okay. And then this was me with my fitting for my bridesmaid's dress. And this was me getting my hair done for the wedding. And my hair was all like a big old mess.
It almost looks like you're trying to give the look of blue denim.
Yeah,
Blue
this
steel.
is my hair. This is my hair when it was actually done. And then this is us in the limo driving to the church.
It looks like you're smiling like you're having to give a smile for a product, for like particularly like say the dollar menu at a Taco Bell. I like it.
So here is Gina, Nanette, Kelly, Jenny. This is Natalie. There's me and there's Lori.
That is a fun looking grouper you have right there.
I'm so glad there were no groomsmen in there because it would have been too tight in there. There's Dan and me. That was like the only snapshot I got of us together at the wedding because I really couldn't carry a camera around. It's kind of hard. There's like no place to carry a camera.
Does Dan normally wear a bow tie?
He loves wearing bow ties, and I tie them for him normally. And he looks so cute. And he was wearing a pink shirt that matched my dress, my pink dress.
That's a dedicated husband, but Dan's the bow tie guy.
Yeah, he looks really good in this photo. And then there's my friend and Randy. That's her husband now. My friend Lori, and this is Randy. And then this was our picture from, let's see, this was our picture. There's me right here. There's Jenny, there's Nanette, there's Lori, there's Kelly, there's Gina, and there's Natalie. So this was the only picture we got as a preview of her wedding pictures. So we really had a great time. It was beautiful. The ceremony was nice. The reception was very, it was nice. It was very intimate. Small family, like there was 100 people there, but it still was nice because everyone was just so friendly. And I got a chance to see her dad and her stepmom and her aunt, who's like, seriously, I didn't even get a picture with her aunt. Her aunt is like so much fun. When we were kids, Kelly, Lori, and I, and Shania, who wasn't at the wedding, we were all spending the night at her aunt's house, and we went around and just like, it was like for her birthday, and we just had like a party. We like ran around and we were just like, hey, let's go to Taco Bell and eat some late night tacos. And, but it was a lot of fun. I sat down with her Oma, who's 97, and I got a chance to talk with her for a while. I haven't seen her for a long time. She's really, really sweet. And it was so much fun. And I danced. There's a video of me and all the girls. We were dancing, and I was singing the song and singing along to the song and the music and just having a good time. So it was really wonderful. And like I said, I'd been friends with her for so long, and it was just kind of cool to see my friend from so many years get married. And I just like got a little misty eye when she was walking down the aisle. And then my friend, and then Jenny started like getting all misty eyed. And I'm like, and I was just like, because I was like, don't cry more, don't cry.
Did you look like Tammy, late 1980s Tammy Faye?
No, I was trying to avoid that. So I was constantly like drying my eyes because I didn't want it to like ruin my makeup down.
Okay,
but
kids,
you know
if
what
you
I
don't
did?
know, like YouTube 1980s Tammy Faye Baker. She was well known for crying on TV and having mascara that ran down that was about as thick as the Earth's crust.
Well, all I have to say is that my makeup didn't run because I literally put so much makeup on and I put primer on afterwards, so it sealed it. So my makeup literally like didn't even melt off after like several hours. Like,
There's makeup primer.
yes. So
Is it-
I put all the foundation, I put all the stuff on, and then I sprayed a seal on top of it.
Is there like
So
is there like say makeup bondo and stuff?
well, you would probably need makeup bondo.
Yeah. Mug like this, let me tell you, I got to run a fifth computer that's $10,000 with a bunch of processors and stuff just to keep the pretty filter on.
Yeah, exactly.
And shatterproof glass just for the camera lens.
Exactly. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I'm pretty ugly. Anyway, so cool pictures.
Yeah, we had fun, and we haven't seen the rest of the pictures yet, so I'm excited to see them.
Absolutely. So should we go ahead and talk about native traditions now, or?
Yes, let's go through that.
So folks, just to kind of put up, this is from the sub website, Love and Know, as in love to know, as in K-N-O-W, not no. And this is sharing it from their website. They have some very generalized native wedding traditions, and then point out some of the specifics with some tribes, because it's a wide ranging tradition. Not, you can't say Native Americans did this, because that's like, well, highly understated and much more complex. So with this, there's similarities you'll find with like the men's wedding attire, women's wedding attire, whatnot. And there's some differences that happen. So definitely things have been incorporated today with a lot of the tribes' wedding practices. But like right here, just to talk about specifically kind of the wedding ceremony with the Cherokee Nation, in a Cherokee wedding, the bride wears all white garb consisting of a white dress and moccasins. Wow, there's a lot of fireworks going on outside right now. The dress in colonial times was made from pieces of cloth that tribal women tore into squares or rectangles. These are actually known as rip dresses. And some women today wear traditional style tear dress, they're called the tear dress, made from calico and featuring geometric shapes. Cherokee grooms traditionally wore black pants, moccasins, and a red shirt adorned with ribbons. There's actually a fair amount of European type tradition and customs or looks that were adopted by Cherokee. They're considered traditional these days, but we're talking stuff that dates back all the way to the, just before the year 1800. In Algonquin, brides and grooms wore traditional clothing, which may be made by hand. Northern California tribes, some use traditional symbols, colors like blue, yellow, black in their wedding attire. And then Hopi and Delaware tribes, Hopi and Delaware, some tribes traditionally wore deerskin leggings as part of the bridal attire. Some of the jewelry that would be worn, as reported from the American Indian Heritage Foundation, reports that historically Native Americans did not create jewelry like wedding rings. However, contemporary tradition includes them in metals like sterling silver with turquoise stones for ladies, or opal for men's rings. I've seen that quite a bit. You probably have too. I've had to do it or do settings for it. Music and dance. I had to do some singing one time for a Native wedding over in Indiana back in the late 90s that consisted of a special song that was made for them that I had to sing on a hand drum. And you have others that could be done with gourd rattles, whatnot. Each tribe has different events and sayings that occur during the exchange of vows. One of the processes of exchanging vows is referred to as the rite of the 7 steps. The creation of this rite can be attributed to numerous tribes throughout the nation. Reports although no bridal party, as is known today, is involved in traditional Native American weddings, this exchange does involve guests. In the rite, the couple takes 7 steps clockwise. I've seen this before. 7 steps clockwise around a sacred fire. The groom takes the first step, stops, and recites a vow. The bride follows suit. This ritual continues until both the bride and groom complete the 7 steps. In some instances, the bride and groom exchange small gifts symbolizing their love and life together, such as ears of corn, feathers, or stones at each step. Corn represents fertility, feathers loyalty, and stones strength. As the bride and groom take their symbolic walk, guests join hands and form a circle around them and the fire. I've actually seen that done, variants of it. So that's some of them. Should I go ahead and share a little bit more about specific ceremonies of the wedding? I can't hear you.
I'm sorry, I muted myself because my little one was like barking like craziness over there.
Gotcha. We do have a comment I probably want to share right quick.
Yeah, that's an interesting one, actually.
Yeah. I live in New York, and some of the food places are listed as halal. I was told that this food is blessed by a priest. Is there a similar practice in the Indian crafting industry when it comes to wedding attire? Does it have to be blessed by a chief? Okay. Yes. In some cases, we are talking about 500 nations, which means 500 ways of doing things. But yes, there are similars of that. And let me bring that back up so our audience can kind of see that question a little bit longer.
I would say all the tribes have different traditions, and it's really hard to say it only has to be blessed by a chief because it really, I mean, everyone has different traditions. So it's really difficult to say.
Sometimes by an elder, a designated spiritual leader that is recognized by the people. The chief is a misnomer, as well as a medicine man is a huge misnomer in the Native community. But even an elder can do that, or recognize a person of a person of significance can bless it or do a prayer over it. And yeah, that does happen to a certain degree.
Mm-hmm.
We have to be generalized on this one because we are live on the air, and a little bit of the times we're in, but we try to answer those as much as we can while keeping respect, and certain things that are considered special shouldn't be shared. And there's a lot we don't share on the air just out of respect for the families and the tradition the way it is. That's why we talk with the Native tradition. And I emphasize that it's in very general terms about this.
Mm-hmm. There's so many, everyone has so many different traditions. It's impossible to list off everything too. It really is.
Okay. Should I talk about the basket ceremony, water ceremony a little bit?
Yeah, go for it.
Again, here in Love to Know, let me get my cursor in the right place. It just jumped on me. Come on, cursor. There we go. Okay. In the water ceremony, the Museum of Man reports that in Navajo weddings, brides may pour water on the groom's hands to represent their new union. I've seen that before. Native Net notes that both the bride and groom wash their hands in order to remove old memories and past wrongdoings. In the basket ceremony, the Manitaka Indian Tribal Council, as shared by them, the bride and groom exchange baskets filled with gifts. The baskets symbolize the dowries traditionally required to be exchanged by the bride and groom's families. Gifts may consist of bread, corn, and meat, but probably not hot dogs.
You don't think so?
I added that part. There's also the vase ceremony, but those are a couple to it. There's the blanket ceremony. My friend, a friend of mine who's at the time Yaqui elder back in 1998, had to travel to a friend's wedding over near South Bend, Indiana, perform kind of the blanket ceremony, something they wanted to represent from the Southwest where the bride's from. And it was pretty neat. But we got to do that.
One of my friends had a blanket ceremony.
Did they?
One of my friends from college, she had a blanket ceremony during her wedding.
Pretty cool. But they'll go ahead and share what the blanket ceremony is for our viewers that may not be aware of it. Some tribes traditionally participated in the wedding blanket ceremonies. One example of the ceremony, the bride and groom are first wrapped individually in blue blankets. While wrapped in the blankets, the officiant blesses the couple's union. The blankets are then removed and the couple wrapped in a single white blanket. I've seen it mostly with Pendletons.
Yeah, I've seen it.
The blue blankets represent the elements of the couple's individual past lives. In the white blanket, the couple's dedication to filling their new lives with peace and happiness. The blanket ceremony is used in Cherokee wedding ceremonies, according to the First Nation History Museum. Most commonly, Pendletons. Yeah. And so there's some others, but that's some of the ones to share just to talk about some of the generalized Native traditions when it comes to that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I was actually going to talk about some Japanese wedding traditions. And I got this from the Knot. I am half Japanese, and I have seen a lot of different things, but I've never really researched it because back when I was getting married, the internet really wasn't at all what it is now. Like there's so much great information now. If you want to learn how to do anything, you can pretty much learn how to do anything. Like today, I was thinking, oh, you know what? I have these mirrors and I'd like to cut them so that they, but they're sharp on the end. So how do I like prepare them so they're not sharp? And excuse me, I actually saw a video and they're talking about how do you prepare glass so that it's not sharp? And they're talking about all these different ways to prepare glass so it's not sharp. I'm like, wow. Like I never would have thought that I would find this information on the internet. But I thought it was pretty cool. They were talking about how in Japan that there's a lot of traditional things they do in Japanese weddings, but most of the traditions that they do in the Japanese weddings now are more modern, which I never thought they were, because when I would see all the pictures of usually there's a picture of in traditional clothes, so the women are wearing like a kind of a big white kind of hat and a white kimono, and the men are usually wearing like a black kimono with gray stripe pants. And then you see a picture of them in Western wear, right? So like I was thinking all this is like really traditional because like honestly, I don't know too much about Japanese weddings. And I thought that was interesting that they said that a lot of the newer things are more modern. A lot of the things like where they have these different traditions. One of the things they were talking about, which was very similar to what you're talking about for like when the gifts for the families, what the betrothal is, they actually call it the I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right. My mom probably will come out and correct me. I think it's called Yuino, which is Yuinou, and it's basically between the two families where they exchange like gifts and money. And one of the things that's interesting is that they said that they actually would give money in these envelopes that have these knots on the outside that are in silver and gold. And the reason why there's a knot is because it's supposed to be impossible to untie. So like it's kind of symbolic of the marriage, how once they get married, you can't break it, which was kind of interesting.
That vaguely almost sounds like a Blackfoot wedding tradition. I had to go to a Blackfoot wedding one time years ago.
Really? And then
just with the gifts and the dowry and whatnot. I just an observation. I'm thinking out loud a little bit, remembering out loud a little bit.
Mm-hmm. And then they have a sake sharing ceremony where it says that there was a Shinto wedding style that started 120 years ago, and that it was the Japanese emperor's wedding. Not only are the wedding vows and rings exchanged, but also cups of sacred sake are exchanged between brides and grooms and families. The Shinto wedding ritual is very connected to Japanese culture, and we call exchanging cups of sake between brides and grooms sansan kudo.
Okay. While you finish this up, I'm going to go ahead and go into the green room and bring out our guest for tonight, our special guest.
Okay.
That we're gonna,
right. Okay.
Supposed to they're actually at my house, folks, or on a remote feed. I got to bring them in because StreamYard's a little different. We bring in somebody that doesn't have the password to it, so we have to bring them in through an app. And it actually takes me a minute to bring this in. It's a weird update they just did. So,
yeah.
I'll go get that while you do that, and I'll go get our guests ready. Right?
Yeah, I was gonna if everyone. I was gonna kind of summarize up a little bit more on Japanese traditional weddings, but I was also gonna ask everyone if they wanted to see photos from my wedding. That's all. But okay.
Let me go ahead and get our guests ready.
So if you guys want to see photos from my wedding, I can share them. I just will finish talking about what I was talking about for Jap. So comment on the things if you want to see my photos, okay? So one of the things I thought was really interesting is I read that they were saying that most weddings in Japan, the actual ceremony is really only family. Only family attends, and it's very small. And they said that generally the reception is very formal and on a very strict timeline. And there's no dancing. It's kind of funny, right? There's no dancing at the wedding. at the reception. And so it's this like real formal like luncheon, right? And so then they have an after party, and the after party is where you actually invite your co-workers and your bosses and the VIPs of your group. And they said it was interesting that your family and friends don't sit nearby you, your bosses and your coworkers, then your family and friends sit by you. It's kind of like, wow, that's like totally the opposite here. And then the other thing that they said is that generally there aren't very many photos taken. Usually there's like a before the wedding photos and there's after the wedding photos. And it's not this whole like photography during the whole day, which is interesting. And the other thing that was really interesting is that they said that weddings, like when you book a venue, the venue is all inclusive. So they have their own photographers, they have their own caterers, they have their own wedding dress rentals, they have their own hair, makeup, wedding planners, everything that's when you plan a wedding, it's all dictated by who the venue is, and they do not allow any outside vendors, so you couldn't bring in your own photographer, which I was like, wow, that's crazy. It's totally different. So hey, James in the green room, can you just holler? Oh, anyway, do you want me to show my photos, or is our guest ready in the green room?
Give me another minute because I'm having a technical difficulty.
Okay. All right. Okay. So everyone, you ready to see my photos? Okay. So let me share this. Okay. Let's see here. Chrome tab. Okay. We need to mute someone. Okay. All right. So this is... Okay, so this is actually where we stayed. We went to the Disneyland Hotel for a honeymoon. And there was my car decorated in the parking lot. So I think that's kind of fun. Yes, and there's my car decorated. And that's us. That was right after. That was on the Jungle Cruise, actually. I was so bummed. I bumped his hat and it fell into the submarine water. I was so bummed. That was actually at our table. I mean, our table assignments. I had my sister cut out all of these rounds and we made them into fortune cookies. And all of the fortunes came out. One side said the name and the other side said the table of where everyone sat, which is pretty cool. That's the light up that we had, which says James and Svea. And right here, you guys, I don't know. This is an Easter egg. I don't know if you see this right here. Let me see. Does it show? Okay. So in here, if you look, we need to mute the green room camera. If you look here, you can see there's my bird cage that's behind me, and I've had my bird cage. Okay, so there is where our ceremony that we had. That Brittany got married the weekend before we got married. Britney Spears. Those are our rings. Those are our flowers. That's Dan and Dan's dad. He was so young then. Oh my gosh. Even his dad's so young. Oh my gosh. There's Kaleni to the side. That's where we had our that was how we had our bridal party sitting. There's a cake. It's purple. There's my friend Lori, the one that just got married. She was straightening my dress. I love this photo. It's one of my favorite ones. This is what our table looked like. We picked all these movie stars. And because the hotel we had our wedding at was like a hotel where a lot of Hollywood socialites would come back in the golden age of, film noir. We picked a whole bunch of different actors and actresses that were popular at the time and some of our favorites. And so this was the Fred Astaire table. There's us, and we were getting ready. You can see my sister's holding my bouquet of flowers. She was holding my bouquet of flowers the entire reception. I mean, the wedding ceremony. There's the bubbles. That was before I was allergic to bubbles. There's my mom. There's my mom, and there's Dawn, and then Dan, and that's my stepmom, Winter. And there's my brother, Wisdom. Oh my gosh. Okay. I have like so many photos. I have to like kind of go through these a little faster. There's us running in Balboa Park. There's the guys. There's the girls. There's my sister. There's Lori. There's Linda. There's Isella. There's one of my flower girls. She's so cute. She's like so grown up now. There's Mariana. She's also grown up. She graduated from college already. There's us jumping at Balboa Park. There's us. It's just crazy. It was so much fun. We got married at Lafayette Hotel in San Diego. And it's in the Mississippi Ballroom. There's Mom. Look how young she was. There's us at the table. I'm just going to kind of go through these really fast because of like 75 photos. So it's a lot of photos to look at. But there's just like family and... Okay. I'm just like fast forwarding through these to go fast. Look how cute these kids were. Oh my gosh. So adorable. That's Curran. He was my ring bearer. These kids grown up so they're all adults now. That's Reverend Lloyd, my friend. He has a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. We danced and then there's my friends. Okay. I think that's almost it. I love this photo. This is my friend Lori again. She's so cute. She was so happy right there. It's cute. We had swing dancing at our wedding. It's a lot of fun. So anyway, I think it's almost done. Yeah, that's the last one. Okay, I am going to stop sharing. Okay. Oh my gosh. Who is this here? I can't hear that person. I can't. So while that person, let's see.
How about now?
Oh, yes, I can hear you. Hey,
Hi,
Earl.
everybody. I'm Earl from Quarantino Spokesman from Now Here, Oklahoma,
Yeah.
which is apparently
hey.
a real place where I am from.
Wow.
And I am here. Yeah.
You're getting lots of sunshine and now.
Yes, we are, because there's solar rays hitting the earth, and they aim for Now Here, Oklahoma, because we're the brightest, happiest place in the world. And I'm here to talk about Earl's Wedding Chapel as presented by Quarantinos. I would like to share that since you are talking about weddings tonight. That cool?
Really?
Yes.
So do you do wedding stuff?
Yes. We are the wedding. Now Here, Oklahoma is the wedding capital of the Panhandle of Oklahoma and the surrounding three counties.
I did not know that. I did not know that.
Well, apparently the people in the three counties don't know it either, because it's going to be a surprise to them too.
Oh, okay.
So let me share.
Earl.
Let me.
Earl.
Can I do my advertisement for wedding chapels of Now Here, Oklahoma?
No, hold on a second. Hold on. Look at Kelly Jo says, "Hey Earl, you know what? That might be a good love match for you. You never know."
Well, let's just stick with talk shows, and I'll stick with the lovemaking.
You have another. You
Gotcha.
have Wendy Hodge saying, "Hi Earl. I don't know, maybe another love match, Earl."
Well, you know what? You can quit playing love match. You stick to your talk show, and I will stick to making officiating weddings.
Carol Ann says, "Long time no see, Earl." There
Well,
you go. Okay. All right. So tell us about your.
I didn't know I was such a hex symbol. What?
Tell us what about your wedding stuff now.
All right, folks. I'm here to tell you about wedding chapels in Now Here, Oklahoma. If you and your youngins are looking at getting hitched, and you need to take a day off from working in the farm or the ranch or the back 40, you got to get out of your line shack. Come on over to Earl's Wedding Chapel.
Oh.
In our finest building, upkept at the highest of standards of Now Here, Oklahoma.
Wow,
And you
that
can
looks
come.
really nice.
It is a beautiful building. It's a lot better on the inside too.
Really?
But you can come. We will break out our highest, finest decorations in the theme of Now Here, Oklahoma, right there. And we will bring in all your guests, including garden gnomes, to make it more personal. And if you don't have friends, we will bring some for you right there with Huckleberry and Tin Face.
Wow.
And they'll also clean out your grass. And we'll come over, and we have custom chapels that we can do, including the back of a dually truck, a dually F-350. So right there with the finest right there.
Do you
What?
rent? Do you rent bridal outfits?
She didn't have enough money.
Oh, okay.
They only put part of the deposit down, so they got part of the clothing. I'm a businessman. So right there, we will even put together your country themed or only thing we know with cornbread wedding cake. And yes, folks, that is a cornbread wedding cake.
Wow, that looks good. Did you bake it yourself?
It's amazing. All right, and now we will pick you up, and it is all catered by the local 7-Eleven, where you can get a pizza from a microwave for $11.
Let me just tell you. Let me just tell you, that is an awesome stretch.
That is our stretch truck demo made from the best parts of other trucks, probably of other brands.
Nice.
And we're picking up stuff for the wedding at the local 7-Eleven, home of the cornbread wedding cake.
Wow.
We had to go all the way to the town next door because Now Here's not a big place. So we had to go to the 7-Eleven about 15 miles down the road to an actual place. Yes, it's called Hooker, Oklahoma. No joke.
Oh.
And we go over with our fine stuff. We will take you away. So if you are, here's one of our, I had another line for this, but I'll stick with it right here. Here's our most latest famous couple. Right there, you have Bubba Earl, no relation, and his new wife, Lafayette.
Wow.
She's so wonderful, cute girl. She had the boys falling all over her for 14 counties, all the way up to Kansas and all the way down to the upper parts of Texas.
Wow.
Even people in Abilene knew about her. And you know what? The dentist loves them too. He says something about paying off his mortgages. All right. But folks, you can be that happy couple too. And we even give you free shirt afterward.
Wow.
It is amazing, folks. And that is our advertisement. You want to go to the famous wedding chapel and get married in the wedding capital of the central southeast part of the Oklahoma Panhandle here. Now here, Oklahoma.
So do you guys offer brand name food?
Yes. We have such stuff as Quarantino's chilies, Quarantino's corn cake, Quarantino's cornbread cake, and Quarantino's whole wheat pancake wedding cake.
Wow, that's very, very, very bougie.
Yes. We don't have any brands around here. Let's just say that Wish is, high class.
Okay.
And when the Amazon delivery driver comes, he stops in extra directions 3 times.
Hey,
and even GPS on Google will go, I don't know.
Do you have any openings? Do you have any openings in your chapel like coming up?
Yes, we do. We happen to have openings starting tomorrow morning through the foreseeable future.
Okay,
We're open for business, folks.
That's good to know.
All right, thank you, folks. Come and join Now Here, Oklahoma. I'll put you in touch with the chief of the Tourism Bureau, who happens to be me, and the mayor and the city council. All right, buddy, everybody. Good talk with you. I'll go get your co-partner on now. Now Oklahoma. Go Sooners.
Yeah, so that is Earl. For those of you who don't know, Earl is actually the sponsor of Late Night Craft Talk. Well, he's not the sponsor. Quarantinos is a sponsor, and they're a fine brand that creates lots of different brands of everything. Hey, James, how are you doing?
How you doing?
Yeah, so that was interesting.
Let me take off this cool shirt that just happened to look like Earl's by accident.
Okay.
All right. It's supposed to go a little bit smoother, but we have it rehearsed earlier, and then I got to get in character. All right.
You know what? I think that Earl has some love interests.
I'm thinking so. Let's see what we have over here. Let's see what.
Yeah.
We have some other comments about Earl.
Yeah. I think that I think everyone really misses Earl.
Oh, look at that right there. Says
I don't know what that
no pickles, Bubba's ass. Svea loves trying to make it flirty.
I have no idea what that means.
You trying to set Earl up and make him look like a love hacks.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is.
Yeah. What color is James's hat? It's called.
Yeah, I know. What color is James's hat? Thank you, Wendy. I appreciate it.
Off black because it's got a lot of sun fade on it. All right. So
is it black? Is it green? Is it tan? Is it?
It's almost like one of those weird things that hits the internet where, like, remember the blue dress? Is it blue or white?
Yeah.
It's one of those funky things. I'm just going to be
kind of funny because it's kind of funny that you're bringing that up.
I breathed it up.
Did you brought it up?
Is that like Paco Bell?
No.
Folks, Google Paco Bell. Tell us what you find. Let us know in the comments.
It's called Paco Bell, Canon and D. Okay. It's a fantastic song. We can't play it on our show because if we did, what's going to happen is it's going to quiet it out. So you guys, we're going to give you homework. Your homework is go to YouTube and look for it.
Matter of fact, when we announce next week's show, let's just say that we will be making an attempt. We made this decision just before we started the show went live. We're going to try cornbread cake.
Yeah.
We are going to try making it. It is a real thing. We're going to do it. All right. It's 11 o'clock. We still have a lot of material to burn through, but it is 11 o'clock.
Talk about everything. I know.
Well, we still have the wedding disasters we were supposed to share. All right.
Maybe we need to do wedding point 2.
All right, wedding point 2, because there's a lot of stuff you're supposed to get to.
We're going to talk about all the funny things that can happen at a wedding and things that I've experienced at weddings that are craziness. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. We ran out of time with Svea's 75 plus wedding pictures. All right. Dude, that was a bunch.
I started clicking back.
I got 75 more to go through. I'm like, what?
We went through 75 photos, actually.
Yeah, at that speed. Yeah. Well, yeah, 75. All right. Okay.
See, Wendy says she knows that song is really pretty. So, Wendy, for my wedding, I walked in the slow parts like, da, 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 da. Da, da, da. So it's like that, like really pretty. Like I was walking out, and at the end of our wedding, after end of our ceremony, I had a friend who was a violinist, so she was playing that song as I was coming in. And as we left, after we were announced, she played the that part. So it actually was really neat. And yeah, it made it really special. Anyway, it's really a beautiful song. It just makes me
let's figure the next 2 or 3 weeks we're going to do wedding chapter part 2 of the show.
Yes, at some point we're going to do that.
Definitely. How come nobody ever plays Toccata and Fugue as a wedding march?
I don't know. Wendy, I'm going to message you a video you need to watch. Okay, and you're going to flip out. And it's about Canon and D. Okay, anyway.
Gotcha. All right. All I know is I hear Paco Bell, Canon and D, and all I know is there's a D somewhere. D's a Canon. Somewhere there's a Canon by Paco Bell. Oh my gosh! All right, Kelly Jo. Kelly Jo, you're going to be on the show a third time, and you're telling us a story here. That is called OMG Gold.
That is so funny. Okay, I'm sorry. I had to share that.
Cool. She's so fun to talk to in person, too.
Yes. Okay. All right. So, hey, everyone. Guess what? It's time. We are 5 minutes over. Yes.
I like the old days where we used to go an hour over.
I know. We always used to go an hour and a half. We're like, we're in overtime now. It's okay. Yeah, no, we stick to an hour. So we got to. So we're going to continue this conversation on another episode because this is so much fun.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So on next week's show, folks, it is even though 4th of July is this Monday, a lot of people are considering 4th of July weekend the weekend after. You don't know the ethics of that or whatever the quorum is, whatever the thing is, but we're going to be talking about, we're going to do another cooking show. We're going to be talking about barbecue. Barbecue stuff you can grill, whatever, mainly barbecue, and
We're going to talk
cornbread
about
cake.
barbecue, like just all about barbecue.
The amazingness of it.
It's making me hungry, and it's 11 at night. Oh my god! Okay, I
Time to
drink
go
some water.
time to go to a taco shop at 2 a.m, 1 at midnight. All right. Whatever. Okay. Folks, so we'll be looking at that, and we'll be doing the cornbread cake. We're going to give that a try. So you want to? We'll talk about it after the show. We'll see if both of us can try making it, see how it goes. But with that, folks, that has been this week's episode of Late Night Craft Talk.
And by the way, everyone, have a great and safe 4th of July. Make sure you lock up your pets. Don't let them run around loose because you don't want them to get lost and scared from the fireworks, because let me tell you, Chewy goes and hides in the closet. If he was loose, he would run away. So please, keep your pets safe and have happy 4th of July.
Safe, happy 4th of July. Folks, thanks for watching. This has been another episode of Late Night Craft Talk.
Cue tap dance.
Aw, ain't he cute?
Good night, folks.
Bye, everyone.